Sharon is in London. Sharon, are you a Netflix subscriber? Are you going to be finding out how you're going to do your Christmas from Meghan this year?
Of course I will. I watch all her series, and she's working hard for her. She's working to support herself. She's not getting free money from the taxpayer and billions like all the others doing nothing.
Well,
and
why should she? Why should she? She's not living in this country.
As for you and all the others who hate this woman from the first day,
don't hate her.
Hold on, let's Sharon
you do hate her, all of you, every
Calm down, Sharon. I don't hate her.
You've got nothing to say about her. Whatever she does to make a living, you all complain about her. You're all racist and horrible.
Oh, there you go. There's the truth.
Everything she wears, everything she does, all of you have to complain about her. You've never got anything good to say about her. So I love her. She's great, and I'll watch all her series, and I hope she gets many more series, and all these horrible people like that woman on the show today. They just have nothing good to say about this woman. Go and support all the other royals and give them all your taxpayer money, millions. They've got billions, and you're all still supporting them and giving them millions every year. All right, and this woman is trying to make a living, and all you've got to say every day is horrible things about everything.
She sold out the Royal Family.
From the first day she was
not
on.
True.
Sharon, are you going to do some crafts?
From the first day you've all hated her because she's straight and she's not a white person. You don't do that to any of the other royals, so just shut up and leave the woman alone to make a living. You're making a living doing what you want to do. She's making a living. Nobody support giving her money. So just leave her alone. I'm sick of you people every single day.
Okay, Sharon, thank you for making those points. I'm going to give you a chance to come back there, Carol, because you just called me a racist.
She just called me a racist. Yeah, but that's just so typical. Like, you know, it's like if you criticise someone and they happen to have a skin that's black or brown, you have to be racist. You can't criticise them on the basis of what they do. I don't know why she's in love with somebody who actually has sold out the royal family, who has made the millions that she's talked about on the backs of the family and by hurting and talking and telling actually lies about it. She called the royals racist too, remember? Meghan called them racist, as did Harry. So if we're talking about racist accusations, there you go. But that was a rant. That's not sensible. That's someone who says, I love her and I hate all the rest of the royals.
That might be somebody that's expressing real discontent about the royal family.
Well, she's not expressing it in a very good way.
The way the royal family have been making their money over the years, which we have little choice over.
She might well be doing that, but she didn't do that there. She called me a racist and she was screaming and shouting and calling us horrible. That is not the way to make your argument.
Okay.
All right. Oh my goodness. Ladies, gentlemen, and the British press lurking in the back pretending you're not obsessed. What did we just witness? Sharon didn't just call in. She didn't just make some points. No. Sharon phoned the Jeremy Vine show like it owed her money. She entered that studio line with the confidence of a woman who's been silently watching the hypocrisy for years. And today, she said, I fear no panellist. Matt Allwright tried to start gently. Sharon, are you a Netflix subscriber? And Sharon said, I am now, and let me tell you why. From there, Sis launched into a TED Talk, a sermon, a dissertation, and a public service announcement, all at once. By the time she was done, even the camera lenses were sweating. So picture this. Carol Malone sitting there with that same I'm about to say something wrong face she always has, ready to lecture Meghan for existing. And suddenly, the heavens part. A voice descends from London, a voice full of righteous fury, a voice named Sharon. Sharon said, Oh, you want to talk? I'll talk. She came in swinging like she was late for a boxing match, and the way Carol's smile dropped, iconic. Her spirit left her body for a second. Her soul started buffering like a BBC stream running on a 1998 modem. The opener alone was spicy. Sharon basically said, Yes, I watch everything Meghan does because she works. She earns her own money. She's not sitting around collecting taxpayer cash like those other ones. Carol's jaw dropped so fast it needed a seatbelt. The monarchy's PR department somewhere started punching the air. Then came the moment that will live in Sussex Squad history. Sharon said the quiet part out loud. You hated her from day one. You never say anything good about her. You're all racist. Carol Malone was shooketh. Sis blinked so hard she nearly time-travelled. Matt tried that classic host line, Sharon, calm down. But Sharon said, Calm? Oh, baby, calm left when y'all started the campaign in 2016. She wasn't done. Sharon came to collect. She reminded them the royals sit on billions, take millions from taxpayers, contribute nothing useful, and yet somehow these people can't stomach Meghan, a woman who moved to another country, started her own company, built her own brand, hired her own staff, simply earning a living. Meanwhile, the royals are over there like, another helicopter ride, put it on the peasants tab. Sharon said, You're mad at a woman working for her own income? Be serious. The accuracy of it all. Chef's kiss. Then came my personal favourite moment. Sharon, with all the confidence in the world, wrapped it up with, Shut up and leave the woman alone. The dismissal. The power. The spell she cast. Carol Malone turned into a statue on live TV. The producers probably tried hitting the cut to commercial button, but even the machine said, Nope, let her cook. Now let's talk about the reactions, because, whew, Matt Allwright looked like a man who was suddenly remembering that he left his iron plugged in at home. He tried to steer the conversation, but Sharon was galloping across that field like a Derby champion. Carol Malone, on the other hand, oh, bless her heart. She attempted a comeback, but sounded like Windows 95 trying to restart during a thunderstorm. Carol's big line, See, when you criticize someone who is black or brown, they just call you racist. Mom, nobody just calls you racist. Your words walked in and filled out the application themselves. Sharon just pointed them out. Carol's voice was shaking, her rebuttal was confused, and she was one sip of tea away from crying into a Waitrose bag. She brought out her classic script. Meghan lied. Meghan sold out the family. But after Sharon's truth bomb monologue, it sounded like someone reading nursery rhymes during a debate competition. And the bigger picture? Sharon exposed exactly the thing the UK media hates to face. They don't want facts. They don't want nuance. They want Meghan as a punching bag because it pays their bills. Sharon didn't come to dance around it. She held up a mirror and suddenly the panel didn't like the reflection. Funny how that works. Sharon wasn't loud because she was angry. She was loud because she was done. Done with the fake outrage, the recycled tabloid talking points, the but the monarchy, guilt trips, the selective taxpayer logic that somehow only applies to Meghan but never to Andrew, the endless headlines about Meghan breathing wrong. Sharon spoke with the exhaustion of millions who have watched this circus for years. And the panel? They weren't mad because she was wrong. They were mad because she was right. There is absolutely no way Sharon is being invited back. Not because she said anything false, but because she said everything they're desperate to avoid. These shows love balanced debate until someone brings the actual truth. Then suddenly it's, okay, Sharon, thank you anyway, moving on. Matt looked like he needed a vacation. Carol looked like she needed a resuscitation. The whole studio looked like it needed sage and holy water. And honestly, if the Sussex squad gave out a Call of the Year award, Sharon wins by a landslide. She came, she spoke, she obliterated the studio atmosphere, and she left them sitting in the ashes wondering what license plate just hit them. Carol Malone is probably still rebooting.